As described in part 1 of this screencast, apps on iOS and OS X use iCloud to store their documents and data. Apple thinks this cloud data should work as following. All the data you, as a user, generates can be synced with iCloud. Thus, all generic data, like podcasts you've downloaded, don't have to be kept in iCloud. That's why podcasting clients don't sync the episodes themselves. But all other data, like playing position, which podcasts have been downloaded, where you stop playback, etc. All the other data are not synced, because a simple re-download of every podcast episode can bring every one of your devices in sync with the others. It's a bit counterintuitive, because I would much rather prefer to also sync episodes, but I can see the benefit of not doing so, because it saves a lot of data on the iCloud side. This is just a short addendum to episode 1, so I'll keep this short. As we've seen in the last episode, every app can now sync data across multiple devices. The good thing for apps is now that they can sync arbitrary data to the iPhone. Let's take a look at DJ, because I think Algorithm got it right here. The desktop version of DJ now also has iCloud built in. With this option, all metadata that is generated on the Mac, like cue points, tempo analysis and key analysis, are saved locally, but then also transferred to iCloud, where they are then downloaded to the iPhone and iPad respectively. What you can do now is amazing in my opinion. Let's say you're on the way to a party. You don't have much time anymore, so you grab your iPhone and your Mac and run for the next bus. In the bus, you pull out your phone and download some more tracks. You load them in DJ on the iPhone, tag them with cue points and a speed analysis. The data is then uploaded to iCloud, and when you arrive at the party, you pull out your Mac, assuming you got a working internet connection. DJ downloads this data, and all you have to do is load the track on one of the two turntables, and everything is already there. iCloud for OS X is currently not as well developed as on iOS. The whole paradigm where an app keeps all the documents of one particular format has not yet been transformed to desktop computers, but you can see documents on the Mac already. Open a new Finder window and go to your library. There's a new folder called Mobile Documents that contains all the documents from iCloud apps, but you can't do anything with them at the moment. What you can do though, you can drag a file into one of those folders and wait a little for the changes to upload. Then, and this is important, go to another Mac, not your iPhone, and the file will appear there shortly. You can use this method to sync files across multiple Macs. This is not intended by Apple though, but you can see how this Mobile Documents folder works for the operating system. When iCloud for OS X is finished, I suppose working with iCloud documents will become a lot easier in the future. Most apps follow a documents in the cloud and documents kept locally approach. I'll take Smalltron here as an example. When I create a new text file with it and enter some text, then save it, I got two options. One is to save locally or save it in iCloud. But, and that's the weird thing, I can't save directly to iCloud. I first have to save it locally, and then the Move Document to iCloud menu entry becomes available. This file is now uploaded to iCloud, and if I want to remove it from iCloud, I have to go to System Preferences, iCloud, where I can manage my storage. I pick Smalltron, highlight the file, click Delete, and now it's gone from my iCloud. Back to my Mac is a feature that was previously only available for MobileMe members. With this function you can connect securely to every Mac you own, wherever you are, as long as the network connection will allow it. With Back to my Mac you can not only access the screen of a particular machine, but you can also access shared local drives. So when you forgot a file at home, that's not a big deal anymore. Just open the new Finder window, and in the sidebar you're going to see, as usual, the other computer. Just click it, and then connect. Note that you can also share the screen of the other machine. Now wait a little, and type in your login, and enter your details. Now you can connect to the other machine's files. Spotlight to find the file you're looking for. Very handy. For this function to work, the other machine has to be on. obviously. But there's also a technology built into a Mac that will wake the other Mac in case it's sleeping. This function is called Wake on Demand. You can turn on or off this option by going to the energy settings in System Preferences. Here you can simply enable the checkbox Wake for network access. With this option turned on, this computer will wake up as soon as you want to access it with a local network connection or back to my Mac. But the computer will occasionally wake up to keep this feature working. You might wonder why the computer has to do this. In this case, you can check Apple's help documents to read more on the topic. In the article, you're also going to find troubleshooting tips in case you have problems getting back to my Mac working. Find My iPhone is also a feature that was first introduced with MobileMe. It's meant as a security feature for all your devices. With iCloud.com or the corresponding iOS app, you can easily locate every device that uses the same iCloud account and has Find My iPhone enabled in the Settings app and has location services turned on. With this feature turned on, the device occasionally sends its location to iCloud.com from where you can see where it currently is. In case your iPhone has been stolen, this map gives a hint where the phone currently is and hopefully helps you to retrieve your stolen iPhone. Hopefully, it never comes this far, but in case the phone got lost and you want to delete all your data from the device, you can do this remotely. In the map view, you see a list of all devices that have Find My iPhone enabled. Select one and it's going to be highlighted. Click the small I and a menu appears with several options. First, you can send a warning message or just a message to tell the finder you lost the device and how this person can reach you. In case you want to prevent any further usage, you can remote lock the device so that it's unusable from that point on. Your personal data will remain on device, but even after locking the device, it can be reset and the original firmware can be applied to get it back to its original condition. With Remote Wipe, finally, you can wipe all your personal data from the device as well. This way you can make sure that nobody else will get your bank account and other personal data. iTunes in the cloud and iTunes Match have just been made available in Europe. What this part of iCloud does is that you get access to any purchased items from any device. You can now not just purchase new songs from your iPhone, you can now also re-download already. To re-download songs, open up iTunes from your iPhone. This doesn't apply to the iPad, but I'll get to that in a minute. Under More, you have a new entry that's named Purchased Items. I hope you can excuse that these instructions are shown in German here, but I didn't find a way to change this to English. In there you have two options. First, you can take a look at all your purchased songs, or just those which aren't on your iPhone. You can tap any song or artist and then tap the iCloud symbol to download any songs to your iPhone. The iPad is a bit different. You don't see a list, maybe just not yet, of purchased songs, but you can browse iTunes and you are able to stream and re-download there as well. I couldn't actually use this on my iPad because iTunes crashes constantly. Sorry for that. But where does iTunes in the cloud got its name from? Any purchased song that is in the iTunes store can be streamed from the cloud without downloading. Just tap a song and it's going to be streamed rather than downloaded. So next, let's take a look at iTunes Match. This is a purchasable add-on for your iTunes account and costs $25 a year and is renewed automatically unless you disable the option in your iTunes account settings. When you opt in for iTunes Match, it's starting to analyze all songs in your local library. iTunes then matches those songs with songs in the iTunes store. Step 2 is where iTunes then uploads those songs it didn't find in the store, so you save a lot of bandwidth here. While the upload is in progress, you can still use your iTunes normally. I'll explain a couple of things while this is running. First, you see a couple of iCloud icons appearing next to your songs. These icons show the iCloud status of songs and playlists. To see an explanation of these icons, go to this Apple support document. Here's how you should think of iTunes Match. First, it's not the iTunes store. It contains all songs from your local iTunes libraries. All libraries. It contains all songs iTunes Match thinks are songs. Some songs aren't matched as songs, although they are songs. But that's just a technical problem of Match at the moment. but all songs are available on all your devices. You can open up your music app from your iOS device or from any computer you use, and all your songs and playlists are available. Here's a thinking hub for you. Remember when we first talked about documents and calendars? It's basically the same thing now for iTunes. Create a new playlist, add songs to it, and iCloud is going to push those changes to the server, and all your devices are going to download those changes. So that particular new playlist will be available on all your devices. Mixed playlists, however, containing videos and songs, are impossible though. I hope this will change in the future. Just download the songs and they will be playable on your device without requiring an internet connection. Be careful though. When you delete a playlist, your device is going to say to iCloud, delete this playlist please, and iCloud will delete that playlist from all your devices, also from your local iTunes library. Now that your iPhone or iPad also can contain all your songs, you have to manually manage those songs on your iPhone as well. Sometimes it can become necessary to just delete an entire album or an entire artist from your iPhone. You can do so by going to the Music app and swiping an artist or a playlist. But you can also remove all the music that is on your iPhone as well. Open up the Settings app, go to General, Usage, and you're going to see a list of your apps and their data. Tap the Music app and swipe all songs, and tap Delete to delete all songs from your iPhone. Now that the iPhone also can manage your music and playlists, you have to manually manage those songs as well. Last but not least, I'd like to mention that you have a new option for smart playlists to filter by iCloud status. You might find this helpful when iTunes Match is currently uploading your files. This is how iCloud is working for your Mac and your iOS devices. I hope you found this information helpful. In case you did, please consider a donation to macOS10screencast.com. Thanks for watching.